Donald Trump. The name evokes images of towering skyscrapers and an unyielding grip on wealth and power. Born into wealth, Trump's story is not one of rags to riches. He leveraged privilege to amass greater fortune and influence, leaving an indelible mark on New York City. From early real estate forays, Trump displayed a knack for deals and relentless ambition. He understood the power of image, cultivating a flamboyant persona. Early successes like the Grand Hyatt Hotel and Trump Tower cemented his status in the real estate market. He became synonymous with brash opulence, his name in gold across properties. Trump's ambition knew no bounds. He ventured into casinos, airlines, and sports, expanding his empire. But his rise was not without controversy. His aggressive tactics earned him a reputation as a shrewd negotiator, but also as a relentless adversary. He engaged in high-profile battles with rivals and critics, utilizing lawsuits and public pronouncements to silence opposition. Trump's relationship with lawyer Roy Cohn, known for aggressive legal maneuvering, solidified his approach to power. Cohn, a ruthless prosecutor during the McCarthy era, became Trump's mentor and legal attack dog. He taught Trump to use the legal system as a weapon. This approach, often criticized as unethical, became a hallmark of Trump's business and political dealings. Trump's business empire, built on real estate and a crafted public image, faced market fluctuations. The late 1980s downturn challenged Trump's leveraged investments. His casinos struggled with debt and competition. Trump faced potential financial ruin. He leveraged his celebrity status to navigate the crisis. Restructuring deals and using bankruptcy laws protected his wealth. This period showcased Trump's resilience and risk-taking. He used litigation to silence critics and delay payments. This approach earned him a litigious reputation. Media scrutiny revealed unpaid debts and questionable dealings. While navigating the treacherous waters of the business world, Trump never shied away from the spotlight. He craved attention, understanding its power to shape public perception and enhance his brand. His marriage to Ivana Trump, a glamorous socialite, further fueled the media frenzy surrounding his personal life. The couple, with their lavish lifestyle and constant presence in the gossip columns, became a fixture of New York's elite social scene. Trump masterfully exploited the media's fascination with his wealth, his romantic life, and his over-the-top persona. He understood the power of spectacle, using it to promote his businesses, enhance his brand, and deflect attention from negative press. Interviews, appearances on talk shows, and even a brief foray into professional wrestling all contributed to the carefully crafted image of Donald Trump as the ultimate self-made man. However, the intense media scrutiny also brought unwanted attention to Trump's personal life. His marriage to Ivana began to unravel publicly, culminating in a highly publicized and acrimonious divorce in 1992. Allegations of infidelity and mistreatment surfaced, further tarnishing Trump's public image. The divorce proceedings, played out in the tabloids and courtrooms, provided a glimpse into Trump's personal life and his approach to relationships. His subsequent marriage to Marla Maples and the subsequent birth of their daughter Tiffany only added fuel to the media firestorm. Despite the setbacks in his business ventures and the scrutiny of his personal life, Trump's knack for self-promotion and his understanding of the power of media remained undiminished. In the early 2000s, he found a new platform to rebuild his image and connect with a wider audience: reality television. The Apprentice, a show that pitted aspiring entrepreneurs against each other for a chance to work for Trump, became a ratings juggernaut, propelling him back into the national spotlight. The Apprentice showcased a different side of Trump, one that resonated with viewers. He was portrayed as a successful businessman, a mentor, and a decisive leader. His catchphrase, "You're fired," became instantly iconic, symbolizing his no-nonsense approach and his ability to make tough decisions. The show's success breathed new life into Trump's brand. He became a household name, his image rehabilitated in the eyes of many. The Apprentice also provided a platform for Trump to promote his businesses, his books, and his overall brand. More importantly, the show allowed Trump to cultivate a persona that would later prove invaluable in his political aspirations, that of a successful businessman, a straight talker, and a Washington outsider. As The Apprentice continued its successful run, Trump's business ventures seemed to stabilize. He expanded his brand into new areas, licensing his name for hotels, golf courses, and even a line of steaks. He continued to cultivate his image as a successful businessman, writing books, giving speeches, and making frequent media appearances. However, beneath the veneer of success, Trump's political ambitions began to take shape. He had long flirted with the idea of running for office, even briefly exploring a presidential bid in 2000. Now, with his brand reinvigorated and his name recognition at an all-time high, Trump saw an opportunity to capitalize on the growing discontent among a segment of the American population. Trump began to insert himself more prominently into the political discourse, often espousing controversial views on issues such as immigration, trade, and foreign policy. He became a vocal critic of the Obama administration, questioning the president's birthplace and legitimacy. His rhetoric, often inflammatory and divisive, resonated with a segment of the population who felt ignored and marginalized by the political establishment. Trump tapped into a vein of anger and frustration, positioning himself as the champion of the forgotten man. Section 6. The Comeback Kid. The 2016 presidential election presented a unique opportunity for a figure like Donald Trump. The political landscape was ripe for disruption, with voters expressing dissatisfaction with both the Democratic and Republican establishments. Trump, with his outsider status, his populist rhetoric, and his mastery of media manipulation, was perfectly positioned to capitalize on this sentiment. Trump's campaign was unconventional, to say the least. He eschewed traditional political norms, relying instead on large rallies, provocative statements, and a constant stream of social media posts to connect with voters. His message, a mix of economic nationalism, anti-establishment fervor, and promises to make America great again, resonated with a significant portion of the electorate. Despite facing criticism from both within and outside his own party, Trump managed to secure the Republican nomination. His opponent, Hillary Clinton, the former Secretary of State and First Lady, represented the very establishment that many voters had grown to distrust. The 2016 election was one of the most divisive and contentious in American history. Trump's victory, while shocking to many, highlighted the deep divisions within American society and the effectiveness of his populist message. Section 7. Back in the limelight with a vengeance. Trump's presidency was as unconventional as his campaign. He governed by Twitter, often making policy pronouncements and attacking opponents in 280 characters or less. His administration was marked by constant turnover, with numerous high-profile departures and firings. His policies, often implemented through executive orders, were met with a mixture of praise and condemnation. Throughout his presidency, Trump remained a polarizing figure. His supporters lauded his willingness to challenge the status quo, his focus on America First policies, and his perceived success in boosting the economy. His detractors criticized his rhetoric, his policies, and his alleged ties to foreign governments. Trump's presidency was also marked by scandal and controversy. He faced accusations of obstruction of justice, abuse of power, and emoluments violations. He was impeached by the House of Representatives, though he was later acquitted by the Senate. Despite the turmoil, Trump remained defiant, often attacking his critics and dismissing any allegations of wrongdoing as fake news. He continued to hold large rallies where he would rail against the deep state and the fake news media. Section 8. A polarizing legacy. Trump's presidency came to an end in January 2021, following his defeat in the 2020 election. However, his impact on American politics and culture continues to be felt. He left behind a Republican Party transformed in his image, more populist, more nationalist, and more willing to challenge democratic norms. Trump's legacy is complex and contested. His supporters view him as a transformative figure who challenged the status quo and gave voice to the voiceless. His detractors view him as a demagogue who damaged American democracy and eroded trust in institutions. One thing is certain, Trump's presidency has left an indelible mark on American society. His name will forever be etched in the history books alongside those of other presidents who have fundamentally reshaped the country. Section 9. The Trump Show continues. Even out of office, Trump remains a powerful figure in American politics. He continues to hold rallies, endorse candidates, and shape the Republican Party's agenda. He has hinted at another presidential run in 2024, keeping his supporters energized and his opponents on edge. Trump's lasting impact on American culture is undeniable. He has changed the way we talk about politics, the way we consume media, and the way we view ourselves as a nation. His presidency has sparked important conversations about race, gender, class, and the very nature of truth. Whether one views him as a hero or a villain, there is no denying that Donald Trump has been one of the most consequential figures in modern American history. His story, a tale of ambition, power, and controversy, is far from over. The Trump Show continues.